This is Something Knocking, a Lauren Lamb mystery, Book 1, written by Kate Bold, narrated by Caroline. Prologue. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum. Sister Victoria rolled the rosary bead back and forth in her fingers as she prayed. Today, she prayed for strength and protection from impure thoughts. Father Dominic had visited the convent yesterday to meet with the Mother Superior about an upcoming food drive for the poor of Pescara. He had spoken with Sister Victoria only briefly, but the image of his charming smile and bright blue eyes, so kind and yet so strong, lingered with her far longer and more powerfully than they should have. So, she prayed, kneeling in a small room adjacent to the convent's cloister and striving to think of the mystery and thus redirect her focus toward the Lord's will and away from Father Dominic's smile, his luxurious wavy black hair, and his broad shoulders. She squeezed her eyes tightly shut and asked Mary to intercede for her. She focused more deeply on the prayer, praying not for strength to overcome the impure thoughts, but to have them instead removed from her. She took a breath and thought about Father Dominic's expressive eyes. They were radiant, his eyes, and a loud shriek interrupted both her prayer and her thoughts. She jumped to her feet with a yelp, the rosary clattering to the floor underneath her. She heard footfalls outside in the cloister, and fear stiffened her like a board. "Stay here," her mind whispered. "Stay here, and whatever it is will go away." She very nearly followed her own advice, but another shriek sounded, and this time she recognized the voice. "Sister Louisa!" she called, leaping to her feet. She still stood, but another cry moved her, and she forced herself to step from the room into the cloister, in spite of the pounding in her heart. "Sister Louisa, are you all—" Her voice trailed off when she saw Sister Louisa stumbling toward her. "Madre di Dio proteggici," Victoria whispered. Louisa's hands clutched her abdomen, and her eyes were wide and bloodshot. Blood trickled from the corners of her mouth and both nostrils, and she swayed drunkenly as she approached. She opened her mouth to scream again, and when she did, a gob of blood flew from her mouth and landed on Sister Victoria's habit. Her eyes met Sister Victoria's, and the latter stared in horror as they lost their focus and slowly rolled backwards in Sister Louisa's head. The injured nun collapsed to her knees, and her eyes grew focused again, but just long enough to look imploringly at her friend before again growing dull. Sister Louisa fell to the floor. This time it was Sister Victoria's shriek that shattered the still of the night. Chapter 1. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. Special Agent Lauren Lamb stood.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?